Good afternoon, everyone.
Uh, Jonathan, are we allowed to talk?
We have 25 attendees now.
All right.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We'll be starting our webinar is exactly 2 p.m. So I hope everyone is comfortable now. And um, we are just having some small technical difficulties, and we should still resume start by 2 p.m. Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for our webinar exactly 2 p.m. today. Thank you. Right, so we will also have our Q&A session. So please do use the Q&A box from your screens below if you have any questions later on during the presentation. Please don't be shy and send us your questions. Thank you. All right, so let's just give more time to other joiners who will be joining our webinar today. And again, we will start the webinar exactly 2 p.m. And again, we encourage everyone to please post your questions in our Q&A box. And at the end of the webinar, we will also have our pulse survey. So please do provide us your feedbacks so we could use this to improve our webinars. Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And this is Neil Reyes of IoT Philippines Incorporated. I will be with you again today for our webinar. And I would also like to, again, thank everyone for joining us here today in our webinar. I would like to acknowledge the support of our principals from IDEMIA. We have Mr. Surinjit Singh and Mr. Nang Kimwa. Thank you for supporting us today. All right, so this online webinar will take approximately 90 minutes of your time, and we also included a 15-minute Q&A session for today. And again, I encourage everyone to please post your questions in our Q&A box found below your screens, and hopefully we would have enough time to answer all your questions. And we would love to hear from you. Also, please do provide us a feedback in our poll survey at the end of the webinar. Your comments and suggestions would help us improve our next sessions. Thank you. And so now I would like to start our webinar by introducing our presenters for today. Our first presenter, Mr. Surinjit Singh, is an electronics engineer with experience in electronic security industry since 1992. He also has an MBA for project management and currently the regional sales manager for IDEMIA's biometric devices business line. He is covering the Southeast Asian region and had been with IDEMIA for more than 5 years now. I would also like to introduce the regional pre-sales engineer of IDEMIA, Mr. Nang Kimwa. He has been in the access control and biometric industry for almost 18 years now. And Kim will have a live demo today after the first presentation. So for now, let's all listen to the regional sales manager of IDEMIA, Mr. Surinjit Singh. Hi, Jit. Are you ready with your slides now?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Renan. So I can start now. Thank you very much, everybody. Good afternoon to everyone.
All right. Okay, so thank you, and take over the screen and mic now. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Renil. Thank you, everyone, for joining this webinar. Firstly, I would like to extend my gratitude towards IoT Philippines for inviting us to present our solutions today. My name is Surinjit, as I was introduced, and I have my colleague, Mr. Ng Kim Hwa, who is the pre-sales engineer in charge of the Asia region. So our solution today is basically for touchless solutions based for biometric access control system. Okay, so sometimes we also use the word contactless, and this would mean the same thing as long as you do not have any contact with the device that you are using for access control. Hold on, so I'm just going to go to the next screen. So I will just give you a very quick brief introduction about IDEMIA. IDEMIA is a French company. We've been in the biometrics industry for many years, close to 40 years now. What we have a full range of access control, biometric-based access control devices, which include the contactless biometrics, mobile devices, desktop sensors, OEM sensors, as well as live scan devices. Live scan devices are for basically big programs where you need to capture biometrics of millions and millions of people for a country. For example, for your national ID card registration, national ID card programs. Okay. So we have won many awards. I will not go through these awards. You can read this later when these slides are shared with you. And we cover many, in fact, most of the verticals that demand high security, including airports, etc. Again, I would like to someday see many references from the Philippines added into this selected slides. Yeah. So very quickly again, why would you choose IDEMIA? What are the considerations you would need to decide who is the access control supplier or manufacturer that you use, that you choose to represent or to even what do you say, to sell the systems for. Okay, why would you choose IDEMIA? First of all, let me just explain to you. IDEMIA has got one single platform, one software to be able to connect all our devices. Let it be a hand device, a fingerprint contact device, a facial recognition device, a contactless fingerprint device. All of them will be connected on one single platform. You don't need to have several platforms for several different types of access controller. And then you would want a supplier that would give you a complete offering of all the kind of biometrics that you want. If you want a fingerprint sensor, maybe you come to company A. Facial recognition, you go to company B. And then for mobile devices, you go to company C. And then you'll have 3 different platforms. That's not what you want. What you want is one platform for all these devices to be able to connect. And then, for example, you need to have one that will be able to give you all the different coverage, different verticals for high security perimeters, for example, for prisons, for banks, vaults, data centers, for heavy train traffic areas, airports. One supplier that will be able to give you a product that will fit into all these different areas. But most importantly, you would want a manufacturer or supplier that will able to guarantee you that you have a long range, a long lifetime of the technology. So the technology that is future proof, it will not end tomorrow, it will not end next week or in a year's time. You know that if you represent this technology, this will be there for many years. So when you choose a partner, you would want somebody that will be able to help you with all this. Yeah. So I'm going to go a bit fast. If you have questions, please post them on the screen, and we will get them answered. Okay, so you guys are the experts in access control technologies. So I would ask you a question. What are the 3 main different ways you will identify yourself to an access control device? First, you may have a card. Second, PIN number or your biometrics. A card is something that you have. How secure is it? You may lose your card, or you may pass your card to your colleague, or in worst cases, you may have a card that can be cloned. Okay, so it's not so very secure. And then how about PIN number? PIN number is something that you know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Person behind you, when you're keying in the PIN number, the person behind you can see you key in this PIN number. Okay, it can be stolen, or you can share it. Hey, Kim Hoa, I'm going to be late today to work. Can you punch in my number for me? 1, 2, 3, 4 is my number. So it's that easy. So card is something that you have. PIN number is something that you know. But biometrics is something that you are. This is you. That means if I use my fingerprint, only I can prove that I am me. You cannot prove that you are me. Simple as that. Because that is you. It's part of you. So that way you cannot share this this ID. You cannot lose this ID. Is why biometrics today is getting more and more important for many big corporates. Yeah. I'll go to the subject matter for today. The first is for me to introduce the Morpheus technology. Some of you may have already seen it with IoT. They have a few units there with them, and they would have shown it to you for your demo. For those who have not seen it, let me just quickly go through this. Okay, we'll just go through the introduction, the solution, and some technical specification. Later, I'll just show you a few videos to show you the device being used. Okay, IDEMIA has actually hold on, this is a bit slow. IDEMIA has introduced a new trend in biometrics. This is what we will say, it's a new trend. Okay, not many companies have, not any other manufacturer has got this trend. This device can not only be used for physical access control and time attendance, but it also can be used for border control, for example, for payment gateways, club memberships, health clubs, for example, you can have this device installed, a golf club maybe, and any other thing. You can use this for anything. And from the previous slide that I showed you, we learned that biometrics is increasingly being accepted. And when it is increasingly being accepted, the expectations for the security keep growing. Okay, so people expect higher security. But what does higher security mean? I'm going to leave you with another thought. Okay, I give you a question and an answer, and I leave you with it. You have your main entrance to your office door. Is it secure? It's got a lock, one lock. Is it secure? Yes, it's secure because it has got a lock. How do you make it extra secure? You put 10 other padlocks in it. Okay, can you imagine? You have 10 padlocks on the door. A guy who is going to break into your office, he sees, wow, 10 padlocks. I am not going to do anything here. So it is secure, right? Very secure for the matter of fact. But is it simple to use? You need to come every morning, spend 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure out which key goes to which padlock, open up all the 10 padlocks. And in the evening, before you go home, you need to, again, lock 10 locks. So it is not easy to use. It's difficult to use. So how do you need to find a balance between security and ease of use. If you can do it, you can put up 10 padlocks 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, but after 1 week, I can bet you will only put 1 padlock. After 1 month, even worse, sometimes you'll just leave the padlocks, because it is not easy to use. So I leave you with this thought. What is the balance between security and ease of use? Okay. But what I will do is now tell you something that is easy to use, at the same time it's high security. Okay. Not only with high security, the MorphoWave Compact by IDEMIA is actually a very, very future technology. It's something from the future. Okay. It is the latest technology in contactless fingerprints offered by IDEMIA. This contactless technology not only offers high security because of the various ways the device it captures your fingerprint and the algorithm that actually calculates who you are, but it is also safe to use. It is clean, hygiene, okay, and it is really, really very fast. Okay. So this was actually launched back in 2015. If you can see the one on the screen, this is called the MorphoWave Tower. The MorphoWave Tower was launched in 2015, and it actually became a very, hit amongst those big corporations. But the problem was it was huge, heavy. Second thing, it was expensive. So not many people could afford it. So although there were many customers who trusted this technology, but the strong demand was not met because of this various pricing factor and also the size factor, and because it is not very easy to be deployed outdoors or indoors. So IDEMIA kept on going, and we decided to reduce the size. Okay, our R&D in last year, 2 years ago, we launched a new device called the MorphoWave Compact. Okay, so it is the same strength, same features that the MorphoWave Tower has, but it has got many new features added to it. First of all, it became so much smaller. Second thing, it could be deployed very easily on a door, on a gate, indoor, outdoor, can be deployed in so many different ways. This device was also has got an IP65 rating, unlike the Morphowave Compact, which only had we did not have any IP rating. Okay. So what are the technologies and benefits of this? I'll quickly go through this very quickly. Okay. The Morphowave Tower, the Morphowave Compact uses the same principles of Morphowave Tower, basically contactless. So we capture a fingerprint, 4 fingerprints of a hand, totally without any contact between the device and the hand. Okay, and these devices are captured by 2 very, very high-speed video cameras. One is a normal video stream, and the other one is an infrared camera, which captures 4 fingerprints in 3D video, translate it to 2D video, and then save this as templates. And these templates are then compared against the live templates and matched between 0.7 to 1 second each time you wave your hand. So what is the difference between a contactless template and a contact template? If you can see on the screen, I think you can see my mouse. Let me have a look. Okay, you can't see my mouse. Yes, you can. Okay, so on the standard template, on a standard fingerprint, you would see a small image like this. But when you roll your finger, you get an image like this. So why these 2 images? This is small acquisition area, less number of points, a large acquisition area, many, many more points. When you have more points on your fingerprint image, you have more reference points, which translate to more accuracy, higher accuracy of identifying a person. So the Morphowave, without even touching, gives you a surface that is much bigger than the standard fingerprint sensor. So that way, it is very much higher in security and so much more accurate. So this slide just wants just to show you a difference between Morphowave technology and other technologies. So we have a very wide exposure area which scans the fingerprints at a higher volume, and this way you can be sure that every time you wave your hand, your fingerprints are captured. Our other competitors, they have such small acquisition area, and sometimes if you do it too fast or not properly, it will ask you to try again and again and again. So this is one of the reasons why we have been much more successful. So these are just some other features. I will just run through them. High throughput, that means you can have many people go through the door at a very high rate, fast. It is robust against any lighting condition. It can be dark, it can be light, bright, it still works. Copes wet and dry hands. Contact fingerprints has got a problem. When you have wet hands, it will not work very well. Whereas the contactless in the Morphowave, because there's no contact, it doesn't affect the reading of the device. Since you don't touch the device, it doesn't leave any latent prints on the device. And because it doesn't do all this, it mitigates hygiene concerns. That means if both of us, 2 of us go to the washroom, and after doing our business in the washroom and we come out, I do not wash my hands, I'm in front of you. Even if I wave my hand, the Morphowave, you won't be concerned because neither you nor me are going to touch the Morphowave Compact. So I'm not worried that my hands will get dirty. Okay, this is just a simple way of putting it. So it once enrolled, you can wave your hand in any direction, left to right, right to left, left hand, right hand. Of course, you cannot do it upside down because you will not be able to capture your fingerprints. You will only capture your nails. But yes, in any other movement of the hand, it will capture your hands. Okay, so it is also got a controlled scanning space where it is where you have to volunteer to wave your hand. That means if you want to get an access into a gate, you will volunteer to wave your hand through this device. It is not automatically scanned and given. So this is also for a voluntary thing. Also assures privacy of your identity, and the way it is designed, it is just nice for your arms reach. Yeah. So this is it is an AI powered. I will not go through this slide because it's a bit technical, but what it does is, because of moving from the normal firmware to an AI powered firmware, what has happened is the Morpho Wave has got 85% of increase in matching speed. Okay, it has become much faster. It used to be up to 1.5 seconds, but now it's become 0.7 seconds. And then it has got, when the Morpho Wave Compact was launched, it could only go up to 20,000 users, but now it can go up to 100,000 users with the same speed. So it has increased 150% in user capacity. Again, increased matching accuracy and increased capability to deal with the most challenging fingerprints. I'll just give you a very quick example of this. We have a colleague in our Paris office. Her name is Giselle. She is 60 years old. And when we moved to our new office in La Défense, we have 200 units of Morpho Wave Compacts in the entire building. Okay, but because she had some challenging fingerprints, we could not enroll her. Her fingerprints couldn't be captured with the normal firmware. But so we needed to give her a card. Every time she came, she's the only one who will be going in with a card instead of fingerprints. But once we have upgraded to the AI firmware, she now enjoys waving her hand through. Even with one finger, she could be recognized. So this is the beauty and the strength of the AI firmware. So this is some information for you. The AI of the device, the firmware of the device is 1.5 and above, that is supported by AI. So some product design, just very quickly. It used to be so big, now it's become so small. I will not go into details, but I will just tell you that we have managed to reduce the size of Morpho Wave from the tower to the compact by 86% and the weight by 93%. So it's become very light now. Okay, and then we increase the features by adding an IP65 feature on it. And these are the temperature ranges. So this is how you just wave your hand through the device. It's just simple as that. It's just frictionless hand movement, and it is very, very easy to do. So even the space has been increased by 20%. So earlier it was a smaller space, now it's got a bigger space. So the device can go on to sleep, and when the moment you put your hand, the device will detect a hand presence and wake up. So this is very good for power saving. It comes with a pin access, as a pin pad as well on the device for you to be able to use the pin. But this is inside a 4.3-inch WVGA color touch screen. And then we have again, this is just to say that it is a contactless 3D fingerprint, high accuracy, and the extra features that it has. First of all, this device has got fake finger detection. When I was in Thailand 6 months ago, I did a demo of this device. First thing the engineer did was leave the room. He went to the photocopying machine. He put his hand on the photocopier, made a photocopy of his hand, and came to the room. And he had very clear fingerprints on the piece of paper, and he tried to use it. Of course, it did not work, okay? Because this device will recognize that whether it's a 2D or a 3D finger, Okay, and it can also, up to a certain extent, see latex fingers, etc. Okay, and then of course, in the standalone controller mode, it can be used. You can use timed anti-passback, ban authorized user list up to 250,000 users, and another unique feature of this device is temper switches. What do you do with the temper switch? You can do a couple of things. First of all, the temper switch can be linked to an access controller to send an alarm to your software saying that somebody has tampered with this device. Second thing is you can trigger a local audible alarm, a bell or a siren to say that somebody is tampered with this device. And the most important thing is you can program this device in such a way that when somebody tampers with this device, the memory of the device will be erased. That means there won't be any templates stored in the device anymore. Okay, so this is just for additional security features. So as I was mentioning just now, this device can go up to 100,000 users. At default, it is 20,000. Each user with 8 fingerprints, 4 from the left hand, 4 from the right hand. So you can go up to 800,000 templates for this device, up to 250,000 users in authorized user list. And this device, when it's offline, that means not connected to the computer, it can store up to 1 million transaction records. It comes in 2 models, which is called MorphoWave Compact MD or MorphoWave Compact MDPI. MD stands for MyFair Desfire. MDPI just stands for MyFair Desfire, Prox, and iClass. That means one device can be programmed to capture all the 4 different types of cards. And of course, with the touch screen on the device, you can also have multi-factor authentication by using PIN. So this device you can use in biometrics mode only, biometrics plus card, biometrics plus PIN, biometrics plus card plus PIN, or you can use card only, PIN only, card plus PIN. So there are so many different modes that you can use this device with. And let me just explain that this feature is across all the different devices that IDEMIA manufactures. This touchscreen also allows you to have time and attendance features where you can have either 4 buttons saying that you want to come in and go out only, or come in, go out, in duty, off duty, or you can have up to 16 different programmable keys where you can say in 1, in 2, or whatever, tea break, lunch break, prayer break, smoke break, whatever, you can program this yourself, and this can be used as logs into your log report. So for installation, there are 3 different models. If you can see, the extreme left one is called MorphoWave Desktop. This is the first unit that we manufactured 2015. This is a USB device, and this is the same device that was incorporated into the MorphoWave Tower. That's why the size of the MorphoWave Tower is very big, because it's got a PC inside, it's got a Sigma Wave inside, it's got a few devices inside the device, inside the entire tower, which we removed and made the MorphoWave Compact. So one MorphoWave Compact replaces the entire MorphoWave Tower. Okay, and these devices have been used by various gate manufacturers and incorporated directly into their gates. Okay, so on part of software integration, we have a software called Morpho Manager. And Morpho Manager comes when you purchase this device. And this Morpho Manager will be able to cater for the entire range of devices. As I mentioned earlier, one software for all the devices, including the client. You can go multiple clients simultaneously on the same network. Okay. Other features include network connectivity. We support Ethernet, RS485, 422, USB, and we also support Wi-Fi and 4G. And for input outputs, we support both vegan in and out. The vegan in can be vegan out can be customized up to from 26 to 512 bits. We support OSDP, and of course in the standalone controller mode, we support door relays and GPIO ports. And the MorphWave Compact can be powered using a 12 to 24 volt DC power supply or using PoE plus Ethernet switch. So it has to be a PoE plus. PoE will not be sufficient to power up the device. This is basically just a quick slide to show you how easily you can mount it. It's got a back plate that you mount onto the wall, and then there are two hinges at the side of the device that allows you to hang the device while you do the electrical connections. So it is very easy to install. Again, this is also similar to most of our other devices that are available. Many different ways of installing this device, including some traffic barriers. You can install it. I'll show you a short video afterwards. And it works seamlessly still with the MorphWave Tower. Let's say, for example, you have an installation existing with MorphWave Tower, but you want to install a new MorphWave Compact. You can just use this, install MorphWave Compact and use the same templates to be pushed to the MorphWave Compact without having to re-enroll the templates. And for this area, for example, if you have a MorphWave Tower already and you want to add a new MorphWave Compact, you can build your own tower casing for the MorphWave Compact that will look something like this. Quick technical specification. I've actually run through most of it already with you. So this is just for your information. And when we share the slides, you'll be able to get all this information from the slides. I'll just show some selected references for you. This is our HQ in France, in a place called La Défense. It's just at the outskirts of Paris. And we have up to 200 units of MorphWave Compact throughout the building. And we have installed it in normally open gates. So when somebody wants to go in, they just wave the hand and walk through without the gate having to open or close. And if you don't wave your hand and try to walk in, then only then the gate will close. So that way it speeds up people having to go into the facility. Some other general references. This is in Brazil. Like I said, I would love to have 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 references from the Philippines in these slides, so that in the future I can tell everybody, like, look, Philippines are also, we have also got very good installations in the Philippines. So this is another big project in India for Goldman Sachs. This is a project in Brazil where we actually have it in real estates for vehicular entrance. This is for in South Africa, similarly for vehicular entrance. Some banks, and this was one of our first biggest projects using MorphWave Tower in Abu Dhabi. It's an oil and gas company. In Australia, we did a similar size project last year with Woodside. If you can see the top right picture, the guys have actually covered the MorphWave Tower with some Aborigine art, so it looks nice. Some other university use, and okay, this is a good one. This is a Visa Center in US, where the MorphWave Tower is actually used not for access or anything. It is actually used for payment. So they have created a program where it connects to a payment gateway, and when you purchase something and you use a credit card, instead of signing or putting a pin, you just wave your hand and it authorizes. Some bank in Chile. This is my project in Singapore, 56 unit of microwave tower, really good, 10,000 users in the building. They have 3 shifts. So each shift, there's about 3,000 to 3,300 people going in to the building and 3,000 people coming out. So they need to exchange this very quickly. So the people coming out must leave within 15 minutes, and the guys going in must be within 15 minutes as well. So it was a very complicated thing, but yes, it's very successful. I'll just run through some videos. The one in the center here is an IDEMIA microwave compact video. To my fellow panelists, I'm just going to tell you that I will not play this video because you can play this video from YouTube, or probably you have seen it already. It's just our corporate video. You just just go to YouTube and search for IDEMIA microwave compact. But I would like to show you some other videos. For example, this one over here. This one shows how different conditions of your hand can still allow you to access the microwave compact. So you can see that the device actually grants access even when they have okay, there was of course a dry hand, but with a wet hand, you can still see that there's access granted. This access granted. Ladies who like to use cream on your hands, you can use your creams and still use the device. You still get the same access granted. It's the same speed every time. Now with the pandemic going on, we use sanitizers often. How does it affect the microwave compact? We still get access granted on the device. For people who work outdoors, laborers, mechanics with oily fingers and soiled hands, you can still gain access, and at the same time, you don't have to worry about hygiene because the device is not will not be get dirty. I'm not sure who will do this. Put ink on your hands, but yes, in case you have ink on your hand, you can still be recognized, and so on and so forth. I will leave this because it's many other things. This video was actually done by one of our partners from Indonesia, and they have posted this. You can also see this online. This is a very unique presentation of a partner in Brazil who has installed a microwave compact in a car park area. Okay. So you see that you can just wave your hand and go in, and you can use this in a car park as well, because it is not affected by light, by dust, things like that. Again, I'll just forward this. This is one of the biggest partners in Brazil. Yeah? For those Netflix movie lovers, there's a movie this year called Spencer Confidential, where they have a clip of, a clip of a microwave compact being used in the movie. This is a microwave. Yeah. So Um, I will not go through the Morpho Manager slides because I've already explained Morpho Manager. But yes, for the system architecture, they are all based on Ethernet, and they all connect back to one server. And this server can be connected to multiple enrollment stations. They're called client stations. They could be enrollment stations. They could be management stations. They could be for HR to download their time and attendance, etc. So yes, it's all available under one platform. Okay, this is the end of the first part. Any questions?
Hi, Jit. Thank you for your presentation. All right, so we do have some questions in our Q&A box now. Let's go ahead and answer our first question. Right?
Sure.
Is there a built-in vegan output setting at the device?
Yes, the answer is very simple. I've gone through this. All IDEMIA products support vegan in and out. Vegan in is if you want to have a third-party external reader connected in, and vegan out for any controllers configurable from 26-bit up to 512.
All right, okay, thank you. Here, second question. I think this is an interesting question. Does it come with a free SDK?
Depending on what you want to do with the SDK, but most of the time the SDKs are used to incorporate the device into your own application. For that, yes, we have a set of commands called the thrift commands, which includes the SDKs and documentations to teach you how to connect this device to your existing application. The answer is yes, it comes with free SDK.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we have this question now. Actually, I think this is an early question posted in. The question is, can this be recommended for use with vehicle gate barriers, and how should you install this?
I think I don't need to answer this because I've already shown you a video. It shows exactly how it could be connected. And for the connectivity part, I'm talking about the electrical connections. The connectivity part to your controller and the barrier gate is very straightforward, just like any other reader. Instead of a card reader, you send this.
So, okay, so let me just follow through with this question. I think a good way for us to recommend is how far should we install the MorphoWave to the barrier? So what's your recommendation on that? How far should we put the MorphoWave reader to the barrier? Do we recommend at least 2 meters, or 1.5 meters will do for?
So most of the time we would recommend you to put it at 2 meters, just like any other barricade reader that you'll be using. Yeah. Okay. But if the space constraint, if there is space constraint, yes, you can go up to 1.5 meters.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So question number 3: due to cost constraint, can we use Morpho Compact Wave both as enrollment device and as authentication device on the door?
Yes. Right, you can if you have 3 or 2 or 1 device in your ecosystem, you can nominate that device as your enrollment device. And this applies not only to MorphoWave Compact, to our whole range of devices.
All right. Okay. Okay, so we have here another question. Hi, sir. I just want to clarify the tamper switch feature. Once someone will tamper it, which data will be deleted? Will it affect the data recorded on the server? Thank you.
No, only on the device. Nothing on the server will be touched. It will not erase anything on the server. It will only erase data on that particular device that is tampered with.
Right. I'm not sure if Sir Jonathan wants to comment on this. Sir, do you want to comment? I think he might have just clicked a button. Sorry. Let's proceed to the next question.
Sure.
Right. So just a few clarification on MorphoWave tamper switch. Once someone will tamper it, okay, I think I just read this.
Yeah, you just read that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me next go to the next question. If you use a Morphowave compact to connect to an access control panel using the Wigan connection and set it fingerprint plus card, what Wigan output would be sent to access control panel? Is it user ID or the card number?
You can have both. You can actually use the CSN of the card, or you can set your own user ID. So depending on the setting that you want, you can use this setting. Okay.
All right. So there is an option in the Morphowave Manager to either configure the device to output the user ID that you created initially, correct?
Yes, correct.
Once you add the card. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next question. I'm not sure if what's the first one. Preferred mounting methodologies of turnstiles.
Okay, they are okay. I believe you want to know how we install it on turnstiles. You can either use a bracket that is specially fabricated, or if the turnstile allows there is a space on the turnstile to install this device, you can install it directly onto the turnstile as well.
All right. So it depends if the turnstile's body is big enough to host the unit. We can like fabricate or drill or cut a hole to the turnstile.
Yes.
All right.
This turnstile could be a full height turnstile or a half height turnstile. So I will share with you, Renil, later after this presentation, some pictures of how other partners have incorporated the device into turnstiles.
Okay. So we have here another question. Will you support HIDC's cards in the future?
No, because it's already supported now.
All right. Okay, nice. Okay. So its answer actually, it's already supported.
Yes, okay. It's already supported. Hold on. Kim Hoa, do you want to add anything onto that?
No. It's already supported for the sales.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Next question. Can it be installed outdoors under heat of sun and rain?
Yeah. So let me just explain again. The IP rating for this device is IP65. And that means you can put it semi-outdoor. Semi-outdoor, that means if you're putting it outdoor, you can put it under the shed, but it will be able to still withstand the heat of the sun and the rain, but as long as you don't leave it outdoor in the hot sun. I'll tell you why. Because the hot sun will be able to somehow or another damage the LCD screen. That's one thing.
I see.
And when it's exposed to direct rain, if the rain is appearing on the glass, because there are two cameras inside there, the focal length of the focus of the cameras will be lost. Okay, so you need to wipe it. So if it's under a shed, at least the water will not remain there. Yeah.
I see. Understand. Thank you. All right. So we have here another. Is this software management included on the bundle of the Morphowave? I think I can answer this.
Yes.
Right. So it's actually
Go
yes.
ahead.
Morphowave is free. Morpho Manager is free for all Morpho devices. Right. Right. Am I correct?
Yes or no? Okay. Let me just explain. As of now, you have Morpho Manager, which is a free software. But IDEMIA is planning an enterprise version of this Morpho Manager, which you may need to pay a license fee in the future.
Right.
It's not yet done, but the free version will always be there with some limitations. But you will be able to use the free software anyways. Yes. So the answer is yes.
So do we know the limitation of the paid license now, or
no?
Up to now?
Even I do not know. I don't have the. We've only been told that this is it, but we have not been given details yet.
All right. Okay, no worries then. So we'll share it to everyone once you have more details of the paid license.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question. Do you have a version that can be installed near seaside environment?
We have two models, MD, MDPI. That's it. We don't have any other versions. So if you want to install it near the seaside, you will probably have to look at ways to enclose this thing. But the only IP rating is IP65 at this point in time, so we do not have one that will
highly corrosive
withstand.
environment.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you for answering that. All right. So I think we can take at least 3 more questions, and then we could proceed to the next part of the presentation. All right. So just 3 more. Although you can still post your questions, we will answer it later on. So, is it doable to replace our existing access control card readers to MorphoWave?
Absolutely. Like I said, you just replace the existing reader and connect the same vegan output to the MorphoWave Compact and program the kind of cards you want it. Although we do not support EM cards, but any other cards will be supported.
So for that note, we can use a third-party card reader connected to the MorphoWave.
That's right. With a vegan in, yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. I think this is a good question. What programming languages does the SDK supported?
If I'm not mistaken, it's C++, but I will allow Kim Hua to answer this question.
Okay. Kim?
The language supported for the SDK are Java, C++, and .NET.
All right. Okay. Thank
That's
you.
all.
So those are 3 languages that can be supported. Thank you. All right. So last question before we go to the second part. Do you have any thermal or temperature detection sensor as an option? As optional?
Okay. So can I answer this when we go to the next section? Because the thermal sensors are normally associated with facial readers. So
we'll keep it open then, and then we will move to the Q&A. Next part now. Right. So again, we will move to the next part of the presentation. Then we just keep your questions coming in, and again, we will try to answer all of them after our presentation.
Sure.
All right.
So I will continue now.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. So I would like to invite you to the vision part. This is the second part of my presentation today. What we will do is quickly go through again. These are the topics we are going to discuss. Vision Pass, the solution, Vision Pass, the enrollment, Vision Pass, the biometric performance, and Vision Pass, the technical specifications. So it's easy for me to now describe the MorphoWave, the Vision Pass, because you already know MorphoWave Compact. So the only difference between MorphoWave Compact and Vision Pass is MorphoWave Compact is contactless fingerprint, Vision Pass is facial. Okay, everything else is almost the same. So because like I said, this is also an access control and time and attendance device, and the only difference, the biometric identification is bifacial instead of fingerprint. It's very easy to use. It has also, like the MorphoWave Compact, got contactless card readers, same type of connectivities, anti-tamper, which I've already discussed in MorphoWave Compact, same functionality on that one, and also IP65. But this device, if you see, excluding the screen, the 7-inch WVGA screen, the entire body is IK08 rated. IK08 is impact resistant. I will not explain IK08 to you. You can Google IK impact resistance standards, and you will know that there are certain standards on this device. Okay, sorry, on the ratings IK08. So coming back to the device itself, it comes with a 7-inch WVGA screen, which is one of the biggest in IDEMIA's biometric product range. The next one is MorphoWave Compact, which is 4.3 inches. It comes with 3 cameras: the visible light camera, the infrared camera, and the 3D sensor camera. The interface is very just like any other IDEMIA product, especially like the MorphoWave Compact. The interface, I will go through this as well, and it supports multiple access cards. Yeah. So coming back to this, it supports, like I said, it has got 3 cameras. The visible light camera, this will be used like a normal video camera. Okay. The infrared camera, this is for very, very low light cameras or for backlight compensation. And the 3D sensor, basically is for fake detection. For example, a mask or a picture, a still picture, or a video on your handphone, maybe, so this is to detect that, and also to improve the biometric performance of the device. Another use of this will be to capture the distance between the person and the device itself. I will tell you why in the next slide. Okay, so if you see this slide, you will see that he's got a very wide angled top-down view, and also a wide angle left to right view. Okay, so what it does is, okay, when this device is installed 1.5 meters away, if it's installed 1.5 meters, 1.15, not 1.5, it's 1.15 meters from the floor. Okay, the camera will be able to capture a person between the height of 2 meters here to 1.2 meters. So for Asians, I think a 2-meter person is extremely tall. In fact, not only for Asians, I think throughout the world, the 2-meter person is very tall. But yes, it will be able to capture a 2-meter person, and 1.2, which is relatively short, but this will refer to a person who is wheelchair bound. Okay, so we can capture a person sitting on a wheelchair and very tall people as well. Okay, at a 1.15 meter height of installation. But how about the angle, the wide angle? So this wide angle allows you to be flexible where you stand. I'm sure you have seen some areas where what they do is they put footprints in front of the device so that you have to come and stand right on top of the footprints. That means that is where you will be identified. If you are a bit left or a bit right from the from these footprints that are printed on the ground, you will not be identified. This is not the case with Vision Pass. Vision Pass allows this tolerance so that it is very fast to identify you. The third thing about this is what I mentioned just now about the 3D sensor. It gives you an area where you will we call the optimized working distance. Anybody who is above 1 meter away from the device, more than 1 meter away from the device, although it is in the camera view, the camera will not be activated. The 3D sensor will make sure that the camera is not activated. So this is where people may be walking around and somebody may just stop here and chit chat with another person without the intention of actually going in. So what happens is, if this person wants to go in, he will turn around and walk here. When it comes here, this camera will turn on. After within 1 meter distance, this camera will be turned on. What happens here, if you remain here, the camera will guide you to come closer. It will tell you, please come closer, up to 0.7 meters from the distance. So when you're here, basically you're here, you will be identified and allowed in. Okay, why 0.7 meters? Why not 1 meter? Why not I be able to capture you from here? But you know, this device is a multi-factor device. So if you want to key in a PIN number or touch the device with a card, being being 1 meter away from the device will be a bit difficult. Okay, so this is why the device itself asks you to come closer if you need to touch the card or the fingerprint, or the pin to be recognized by the device. So we call this the intention area. As long as you're out of the intention area, the device will not capture and process your biometrics. If you're outside the intention area but within the optimized working distance, it will allow the camera to capture you, but it will not process your biometrics identification. It will just ask you to come closer. When you're outside of this, it will just ignore you. Is that clear? So I'll just go on to the next slide. This is an example. I don't normally show this slide because this is part of our training slide, but this is just to give you an idea of how the intention area looks like in image perspective. Okay, so you have a 50 cm width and 100 cm height, and it's like a cone. So as long as you're within this intention area, you are identified. Okay, and like I said, if you install it at 1.15 meter from the ground, and this device gives you a 10-degree angle, so you will be able to capture a person which is 2 meters in height, or the bottom part will be, if you're very close to the device, 1.4 meter or even 1.2 meter to be captured over here. Just to run through some technical specs of the device, it again, just like the MorphWave Compact, 250,000 users in ID authorized user list and 1 million transactions, and it has got 20,000 users by default, and you can increase this to 40,000 users with license. Okay, what is 20,000 users? This is based on 1 to n factor. So 1 to n is when you do not identify yourself. You just go and stand in front of the device. The device will capture your face, send it, process it, and send it to its database and check against 20,000 or 40,000 templates and give you a result within 0.7 seconds. 1 second. Let's say 1 second. Within 1 second. It'll give you a result within 1 second saying, yes, this is Surinjit. No, this is not Surinjit. Simple as that. So we have done a small exercise of comparison with our competition, and Kim Hua and I did this, and we found that 40,000 in 1 to n mode is so far the biggest database capacity that we have. Some of our competitors have up to about 30,000, but that is in a 1-to-1 mode where you have to identify yourself. You identify yourself by actually putting in keying in a PIN number or tapping a card, and then the device will go and look for your template, bring it forward, compare against your live template, and allow you in. So that is easier to do. But when you have to compare against 40,000, the FAR and the FRR could be quite high. So this I would say is so far one of the biggest database size in any facial recognition device. The other very unique feature that we have is called deliberate trigger. The deliberate trigger is basically when you don't want the device to involuntarily capture your and process your biometric image. So this could be in public areas, for example, in lift lobbies where there are many people walking here and there without the intention of going through the gate. They are just walking around, speaking to somebody, or it's a crowded area. So this device will keep on coming in, going off, coming in, going off without people actually going through the gate. So what we do is there are several ways of doing this. First, of course, you can have the card plus biometrics or PIN plus biometrics. When card plus biometrics or PIN plus biometrics, the camera will not come on until you touch the reader with a card. and present your face. But what if you want to have only biometrics, no card, no pin, only biometrics? What do you do then? So we have this feature called deliberate trigger, where you will get, you will get a circle around your this icon. You'll have this walking man icon. When you switch on this deliberate trigger option, it will show this icon over here. So what happens is you touch this icon, the walking man icon. Only then you will trigger the camera to come on and capture your biometrics. Otherwise, it will not capture. But if it's in an enclosed area like a data center or a upper floors where there's not many people who come there, you can leave it as it is, and as you approach the device, it will just trigger the camera to capture your pictures. Okay, and of course, like I said, keypad icon, and you have also the smart card. These are three ways to deliberate trigger. These two, again, I just summarized to stop you from involuntarily triggering the camera for access. So for enrollment, again, it nicely fits into the Morpho Manager platform, where you just, if you already have a MorphoWave or the Sigma series, you can just add on the Vision Pass onto the same ecosystem. Some things that I always like to emphasize is this. When you have, with biometrics, let it be fingerprint, facial, contactless, whatever. To have the best user experience, you need to have the best enrollment. Many people, they cheat during enrollment. They just want to have a very quick enrollment done, and they don't have a very good reference template. When you don't have a reference template, when you present yourself in front of the device, many times you'll get this thing called false rejection. You are rejected although you are already been enrolled. So we always emphasize, spend a little bit more time on a good enrollment, and you'll get the best performance of the device. So one thing about Vision Pass, just like MorphoWave Compact, you need to use Vision Pass for enrollment. You cannot use a third-party camera. I will explain to you in the following slides, but this is the thing. And we always ask our users to first make sure your hair does not cover your face or your ears. Second thing is, don't laugh, just put a straight face. Third thing, remove any headgear. Fourth, just remove any eyewear. So once you're and do the enrollment in an enclosed area where lighting is optimal, everything is done very well, and you will get definitely the best user experience afterwards. Okay, so like I said, there were three cameras on the device. This access is only granted if the user is in the intention area, which is 70 meters from the camera. Okay, so these three cameras are shown here. This first of all is the first camera on the left hand side is actually the visible light camera. This is how it looks like. Okay, if you see this person here, there's a lot of backlight at the back. So I'm not saying that this person will be captured, but what I'm saying is what the camera will do is probably it will also take your infrared camera to capture. And third thing, this is the sensor. But when a template is created with these three cameras, it becomes one template. Okay, this is the algorithm that we have to create one template. Of course, it doesn't look like this, but it looks something like this. So this is the reason why you need to have the Vision Pass for enrollment. because if you have a normal camera, you will probably only get this template, and you will not get these two others. So you will not be able to create your final template from the picture that you have given. I just quickly run through a small video that shows you how the device works in 0 lux, complete darkness. Okay, this is how it works. If I can get it running. You see, in 0 darkness, the person is also recognized. Okay, I'll just play it again one more time. Is grants the access to the person that is carrying the thing. How about if there's a light, very bright light on your face? What happens then? Again, you get granted because the light is actually falling on your face. Although it's very bright, the device will be able to adjust itself and capture the best and compare against the reference template. But again, just like any other CCTV system, any other CCTV cameras, not only CCTV cameras, even your still cameras, when you have direct sunlight coming into the lens of the camera, it will give the blinded effect into the camera. Although you can get the IR picture and the 3D sensor picture, but the live camera, visible light camera template will not be able to capture your face because it's just too bright. Okay. We have tested this in various conditions. It works 8 out of 10 times, but it doesn't work many times. So you can 8 out of 10 times is not acceptable in an access control environment. Although our R&D team is trying the best to also overcome this, but as of now, like I said, you need to readjust the position of your vision pass device so as to not be facing direct sunlight from either sunrise or sunset. Okay, this is if you're using this device in outdoor environment. IDEMIA has received many awards and certificates for spoofing. So basically, this is for the pattern projection on the face, also using the 3D camera. So we have other devices that has got this certification. So we have used the same technology in Vision Pass for spoofing attacks. This both not only for a mask, but also for 2D pictures and for video recorded on a camera or some on a smartphone or something like that. Just a quick slide to show you how fast the device can come from it's got a very fast wake up. That means if the device is in the dark, you switch on the light and you stand in front of the device, it will be able to wake up within 0.4 seconds. 0.4 seconds, that is 400 milliseconds, to be ready to capture your biometrics and process it. So from sleep, 0.4 seconds. So it's one of the fastest in the industry. And although we have patented it, this algorithm to do this. Yeah. Quick technical specs. 2 models, just like Morphowave Compact, MD and MDPI. It has multi-factor authentication as well with PIN. And again, time and attendance features 2, 4, and 16 keys as you would like. If you know how to use the Morphowave Compact, you will see that the user interface on the Vision Pass is identical. Of course, there are some menus that are different. The dimensions, if you know the Sigma Extreme, almost close to that, but the dimensions, basically the height is about 13 inches, the width is about 5 inches, and the depth is about, I think, about 4.5 inches. Let me see. Yeah. Again, Similar concept for installation, very easy. You install the bracket onto the wall and there are hinges to hold the device up. For wall mount or desktop mount or gate mount, you can get standard Visa 75 type mounting brackets, because these 4 holes here will be able to fit perfectly. So in the user interface, some of the differences is, okay, first of all, you can enable the under the per user request, you can have the deliberate trigger. And if you notice just now, I showed you the video of the person, the icon. The icon shows the person coming nearer or going further. Okay, that's a guide. Okay, so you can either have no guide, or you can have icon guide, or you can just use the normal video feed so you can see yourself. But normally when you use a video feed to guide, it takes up a lot of resources. So normally I would recommend our partners, our customers, to use the video icons. Just a bit on the template size. Phase V1, the templates are about 2 KB. And the light comp is about 900 bytes. So normally we use the light comp if you want to use template on card. When you don't want to have the template on the device, you can have the template on your MyFair card, or so the size is only about 900 bytes. So with this, we allow you to have 20K users and 40K with additional database expansion. Most of the technical specifications I've gone through with you, but what I want to tell you is that because the Vision Pass has got 3 cameras, PoE will not be able to support PoE Plus neither. So this is one of the differences between Vision Pass and our other range of devices, because Vision Pass is not supported by PoE Plus. So you need to have a 12-volt power supply. So this box here just indicates what are the kind of cards that are supported. The MD version supports MyFair and Desfire. MDPI will support all, including iClass, COS, and HID procs. As very quick short videos to show you. Let me switch this off and run this. Okay, this first video is just to show you these are various features. Instead of me speaking, I just show it to you in a video form. It's a state of art. It combines the 3 cameras, 2D, 3D, and the infrared camera. Yeah, okay. Okay, the second video will say will show you about the high performance, and it is the performance is allows you to have almost near motion. That means you don't need to actually stop to be identified. The third video will show you how Vision Pass reacts to different facial changes. Put on your glasses, helmet, hat, or you grow a beard, maybe. No problem for the ladies there, but yeah. The fourth video will show you that the device, when is activated in biometric mode only without multi-factor, is a fully frictionless access control that does not need any kind of interaction. And how about how it reacts to different lighting conditions? And we spoke about spoofing attempts. And how easily this can be deployed in various areas in the facility. And this last video will show you how it can be when I first started the presentation, I told you about the lock with the door with the 10 locks, the ease of use and the security. But this video will show you how you can be both secure and simple to use and fast as well. And John, if you look closely in this video, you will find somebody that you will recognize. So yeah, there was Salim over there. So I in the videos of Morphwave Compact, I showed one video that was done by one of our partners, Rocken from Brazil. This same partner has done another video, and again, this is to show you that IDEMIA, although we have done our own tests, when the device is sent out to a partner, the partner has also done various vigorous tests on the vision pass, and this is the video that they have done. So this is very independent of IDEMIA. This is done actually by a partner. Rocken is from Brazil, by the way. I'm not sure you can hear, but if you can see, look at the Vision Pass device, it shows a green box saying access granted. Spoofing attacks will not allow. Low light conditions. So yeah, credit to be to our partner from Brazil. Just now, Renil, in the previous question and answer session, I saw there was a question asking, which we did not answer, a question asking whether Morphwave Compact will work with gloves. With normal construction site gloves, of course, it will not work because you cannot see the fingerprint. But we have many partners who have done tests using surgical gloves, and I would like to show a video here. This is another video by another partner from Paris. The partner's name is BioTime. They have done tests with Morphwave Compact using surgical gloves, and they use a face mask for a test with the Vision Pass. Have a look. That's the surgical glove that he wears. Access granted. Access granted. You can see the lady just walked past. It's very fast. But the lady was not wearing any mask. But although the guy was wearing, you could see that it took slightly longer for the guy, but he was recognized and he could get access granted on the device. I'll just show you the video again. Surgical glove, he waves, access granted, access granted, access granted. Okay, so just to let you know, okay, there's some overlapping things over here, but Vision Pass, just like any other access control device by IDEMIA, is manufactured, designed, all the R&D, everything is done in France. So this is an European product. So you can be very, very confident of the technology and the quality that comes with this device. Of course, it leverages on the artificial intelligence technology, and it also integrates with world leaders of different technologies like HID. And important part, which is it complies with EGDPR and also GDPR for many other countries around the world. So we have a short live demo. I will allow Kim Hua to do a live demo before I come back and take questions. Kim Hua, up to you.
Thank you. Thanks to do how to use facial authentication. They are famous on my currently I'm in front of vision parts, which is outside of
Kim Hua, you have to start
Kim Hua,
your
you need
video.
to share your screen. We cannot see your screen. Can you please share your screen?
So Ranjit, I think we lost Kim. So maybe we can proceed with the Q&A.
Okay, John, let me take over.
Right, so we lost Kim's video live demo. I think the way he's going to show is was actually showed in the other videos that you've showed earlier, Jit, right? So basically, he will just live demo as a face mask and regular verification of the visual pass.
So what I will do is I will get Kim Hua to record a video of him testing the device and share it with you so that you can share it with the rest of the participants after this. Is that okay?
Okay, so that's okay.
Sorry for this. I think there's a probably connection problem. Very sorry. We are all working from home, so this was bound to happen.
It's okay. It's okay. So let's go ahead and take on our open questions earlier.
Yes.
Right. So I think we still have a question left and open here. So do you have any thermal temperature detection sensor as optional?
Yeah. So okay. As of now, the device does not have any. But our R&D are already working on a new firmware that will support a third-party external temperature sensor to be installed into through either vegan in or I doubt it will be vegan in. It will be through GPIO, and this is targeted towards end of this year.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for the information, Anjit. Okay. So we have here another question. Right. So let me read this question. Does Morphowave Compact off the box already equipped with card reader and PIN code features? And if yes, will it be possible if we need biometric contactless feature only? And will it the unit has like a lower cost?
No, there are. The first part of the question is yes. Second part of the question is no. We only have two models, that is MD and MDPI. So it is up to you how you want to use this device. This device could be programmed to use card and pin, card or pin, biometrics only, biometrics with card, biometrics with pin, everything.
All right. Okay, thank you so much for that.
So it is only these two models.
All right. So can the fingerprint reader work through latest gloves? I think this was shown in the video earlier.
Yes, I've already shown. This is the question that I saw earlier, and I said we can answer this, and I've shown you the video. The answer is yes, but the latex gloves must be surgical type gloves that are transparent at least, because if it's totally not transparent, you cannot see the fingerprint. It will not work. Yeah,
I see. All right. Okay. All right. So we have here a follow-up question. On the feature of MorphoWeb Compact, wherein if tampered, the data on the device is deleted, can customer choose to enable or disable this function?
Yes, this is why I say the way you program the device, if you want to erase everything when the tamper is broken, you can do that.
All right. Okay. So one question again was addressed on the video already. So what about wearing mask authentication? So again, this is yes. The device can recognize even if you're wearing a face mask, but not full face mask.
But if you have a full face mask, it will not work. We have done the test where we pull the mask below our nose. It works. Yeah.
All right. So below the nose, it's okay. So if above the nose, you may encounter some slow in verification, right? But if you would just pull it down a little lower, it should work fine.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So can I copy face templates from one device to another through Morpho Manager?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So this is actually 4 questions now, right? So just for one message. Number 1, is the distance of reading vision camera affected in total dark environment?
No.
All right. Number
Same.
2.
You have to be in the intention area.
Intention area, sorry.
Yes.
So number 2, how long is the device tested?
It's been tested now. If you're talking about how long the device has been tested by R&D, I think it's now close to 8 months.
All right. So next question is about hardware requirements, I think. So requirement of software in terms of OS and memory. What's the recommended specification for the hardware?
I can share Morpho Manager brochure with you, but the specifications are not very high. You don't need a server grade software. Hold on, Renil, I just would like to check. Kim Hua, have you joined? Have you rejoined? Sorry, it's not there.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so another question here, I think this was answered already on the
Sorry,
videos.
can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
here.
yes.
Okay, sorry.
I can. So do you think you'll be able to do the live demo?
Kim?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I can do.
Yes,
I can redo
you can
it.
do.
Can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's answer these questions first, then we'll go back to the live demo.
All right. So I think for his last question here, this was answered in the video as well. So Vision Pass can be used in outdoor environment. We have to be mindful of the sunlight and other elements, right?
Yes, thank you very much for answering that. So it's IP65 rated as well.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so we are actually reaching almost the limit of our time, but we still can take 2 questions before we go to live demo of Kim.
Sure.
Okay. So with the Vision Pass, what's the accuracy when a person's mask has face mask on? Does the person need to remove his face mask before granting access? So I think
we've also answered this question. We already answered this question because you see, again, coming back to your enrollment, if you have a very good enrollment and a very good reference template, you should be able to be recognized even when you're wearing a face mask up to your nose. Otherwise, you need to, if you don't have a very good reference template, you probably have to remove the entire mask. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so another question here is about cards being supported.
yes,
This-
both. Yes.
All right, so both HID procs and HID
Yes.
I-class cards can be supported.
That's right.
All right, so okay, so this is a good question, right? So I think most facial devices gets this question. Can Vision Pass distinguish or differentiate twins?
From what I've been told by R&D and our product manager, the answer is yes, it can distinguish. But like I said, I would personally like to test anything that is in the brochure. But the problem is I cannot find two identical twins. So I have not personally tested this.
All right.
Yeah.
Here in the Philippines, we have a lot of identical twins. Maybe if someone is, if we could get that, we will test that here. All right. So I'm wondering if Kim is ready now with his live demo.
Kim, are you ready? Can you start sharing? I will stop sharing. Hello, Kim.
I think Kim's connection is really bad right now.
No, I think he was on mute. So yeah.
I see. All right, so let's
All
go
right,
for
I'm ready.
Kim's.
I'm ready.
All right,
But can you grant me the host access?
Yes, you are already the host. Please share your screen.
Can you see this? Right. So currently I'm in front of the Vision Pass, which is outside of the detection area. So Vision Pass will not detect me. So as I'm approaching to the Vision Pass, as long as I'm in the detection area, Vision Pass immediately detected me and asked me to move closer. As I move closer, until I reach the intention area, Vision Pass will detect me and grant me the access. You see?
Sorry, Kimwa, just to comment, I think your camera position has moved. We cannot see.
Right.
Yes,
sorry.
now we can see.
Okay, is this right?
Okay.
Sorry. You want me to repeat again or?
Yeah, just quickly.
Okay. Okay, I move from the outside of detection area as I move closer to the Vision Pass until I reach on the intention area. Vision Pass will start to code me by giving me the access granted. As you can see, this is access granted, right? So the demo I showed you is operation 888 Vision Pass is working on. So how about with the mask on my face? Let me show you. Just granted as a result. Next. Next, I'm going to show you with the glasses on my face. See what's the result. Right, it's granted as a result. Finally, with the heads, my heads. Let me show you what's the result. Access granted as a result. The demo I will show you are part of the features Vision Pass can do. Of course, Vision Pass can do more than that, but due to time is constraints, I will have to end my demo here. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Kim Hua. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, everybody. I think we have taken all the questions. Please, this is the end of the presentation. You will know how to get in touch with IoT for further information. Thank you very much.
So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. And for the questions that was not answered live, we will provide the feedback to, we'll send an email to everyone with the answers to the questions that was not taken or answered during the session. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining. And if you still have questions, you can email your contact here in IoT, and we'll be glad to handle all your concerns. All right. So again, for those who still have time today, we will try to answer all the questions that you have for us. And also, please do answer our poll survey at the end of the seminar. Okay. So our session is ended as we have reached a time limit, but we will now answer the remaining questions we have live. All right. So Jit, are you ready?